What I've been doing is with Talkative, I've been I'll do my physical exam, and then I will go to the dictation assistant here, and I'll just kind of start talking to it. And I have in my Talk-a-Text like my physical exam template, and so this is what I use. What I've been using honestly for years, and I can edit everything how I want to have it in terms of like normal physical exam findings. You can't bold things yet in here, but as you can see, you can kind of organize it in a way that makes the most sense. So like for me as a critical care specialist, I don't necessarily have too much on like dentition and skin and stuff, but I've got like my point of care ultrasound findings. So that's my physical exam template, and I can edit that anytime I want. So what I'll do is I'll do my physical exam. I'll click here and I'll say insert physical exam template. New paragraph. Edit the above physical exam template as follows, period. Mentation BAR, BCS 4 out of 9, MCS 3 out of 3, pain score 0 out of 4, AAO approximately 2 to 1, period, under vet blue, greater than 3 B lines in all lung fields. And then I'll hit stop, and you'll see that the dictation doesn't get it perfect, but the AI will synthesize it to be almost perfect. And it'll kind of look at the above template and say, okay, well, based upon what he said, I will process it. And it takes like 10 seconds less. So it's already there. So we can kind of just go back and see, okay, I got BAR 4 out of 9, 3 out of 3, 0 out of 4, got the right cephalic IV catheter, got the nuclear sclerosis right there. Perfect, pink and tacky. It substituted the moist part and took that out. It took out my no periodontal disease and substituted it for severe. Got 4 out of 6 left systolic murmur. It's not in Roman numerals, but who really cares? Got increased respiratory effort. It deleted eupnic because it knew that it wasn't, the animal's not breathing normally. It pretty much said exactly what I needed to say and deleted all the stuff that I didn't want. It deleted my normal here and put in the right superficial cervical is enlarged. It kept my negative ×4. Honestly, this is one of the best dictations that I've seen. I didn't really have to correct anything. So what I'll do is I'll hit copy here, and then I'll go into my medical record system. This just happens to be a dummy patient, just like a test, but here's Instinct, what we use at Verg. And I can add in like my Dicker Talkative ICU soap. And so I've got it set up such that so I can change my name. I usually will delete like this little part in the template. And so it says ICU soap. I'll write my little overnight update here. I paste my physical exam, and then I can either like just leave it as is. I have like a separate section where I'll put in my new diagnostics right here. Sometimes I'll go back and like highlight what's abnormal, and yeah, then I go from there. So that's really how I've been using it. And then what I really use the Talkative for, and to be honest, it's been really helpful because I've had a lot of like neck and shoulder pain from typing and from using the mouse over time, is I will then go to my client communication and just dictate my client communication. And the software update has been super helpful. What's helpful for me is that I don't necessarily remember all of my physical exam findings if I was just like walking around. But when I look at the screen, I see my template, and then I go through it and it's like, okay, right, under integument, there's an IV. Oh yeah, I heard a heart murmur under cardiovascular. So seeing that, I think that you had kind of shown me, like given me the idea to put my physical exam template in there, because you're like, here, you can put a template and then have the AI change it. And so I just started messing around with that. So honestly, and then I did have a meeting with our doctors, and I kind of like showed them all of this. Everyone wants to get into it, but it's just like taking that initial leap. But just like you said, like you could put in a surgery report, like you have a templated surgery report, and you say like insert cat spay, and you get to just say, edit the above template to say, 3/0 nylon instead of 4/0 nylon or whatever. And then boom, like your report is done. You just copy paste it in.